Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be making another pickups video. This one's for the month of September. It's kind of crazy that it's September already, but you know, here's what it is. Or I guess it's technically October now. But I ended up getting a pretty decent amount of stuff this month, so might be one of the longer ones, although almost every one of these videos is pretty long, so I'll start getting right to it right now. I did get a lot of like pretty common stuff, but there are a few things in here that I think are really cool, and especially handhelds. I got a bunch of handhelds that I've been wanting for a while, so I'll show those probably closer to the end. But anyway, first off, Detroit Become Human. Got this at a garage sale. I did pretty much watch the whole game when it originally came out. It was pretty popular on YouTube and everything, just playthroughs of it. It's a pretty interesting game. I'll probably play it once myself, because I know there's a ton of endings, so it'll probably be different than the one I've seen, but it was a good price. Grabbed it. And then got New Super Mario Bros. U plus Luigi U. I already have normal Mario Bros. U, but I didn't have a way to play Luigi U, so now I got this. Condition's good. I know Wii U discs have a rotting issue. I checked this one. It's fine. Haven't actually played it yet, so it could not work, but it looks pretty good, so grabbed it. This one here, I already have on GameCube, I believe, but it's Black Label PS2 game. Thought I'd grab it. Battle for Bikini Bottom's a pretty good game. I enjoyed it from when I played it, so why not? From that same garage sale, because all these were just sitting in a bin at a garage sale. I also got Kirby's Epic Yarn. This one I did have when I was a kid, and I think I still have my copy, but I got a convention coming up pretty soon. Thought I'd grab a couple things to you know, trade and try to get some stuff that I really want out of. So then I got these two racing games. I got Need for Speed Underground and Racing Evolution. I've never heard of this one. I have played Need for Speed Underground before, but I believe I got both of these together at a swap meet. You know, Racing Evolution especially looked kind of interesting. It's probably not amazing, but I've never played it before or seen it before, so thought I'd grab both of these. I also got Ridge Racer 6, I believe. This one might have even been from the same table. I'm not 100% sure, but, you know, Ridge Racer's always nice. Don't have this one specifically, so pick that one up. And then kind of going along with that, I also got Full Auto here. Another one I've never heard of. Maybe good, maybe bad. It's made by Sega, so it's probably bad. No, I'm kidding. But it looked kind of interesting, so I thought I'd grab it. This one's probably going to end up being like something that I trade. I also got Deadpool for 360. I can't remember if this was like worth money or why I picked it up, but yeah, it's missing a manual. Oh wait, no, it is. Or it has it. It's just very small. See, with 360 stuff, I basically just grab what interests me, because so much of it I find for like $1 each. So I don't really go out of my way to get any specific games. I just pick up things that look cool. Like with this. It's a PS3 game, but I didn't pay much for it. I'm not much of a Kingdom Hearts guy. If I ever wanted to play Kingdom Hearts, this is probably an okay way to play it. But yeah, everything in here. Got a receipt. Let me see, where did I buy this? No, this was someone in 2018. I always like finding receipts inside of games. It's pretty cool. Just kind of seeing where things came from. Next up, I got Left 4 Dead for Xbox 360. This one, I think I have Left 4 Dead 2 on 360, but I don't have this one specifically. It's Platinum Hits, but I actually kind of like getting the Platinum Hits because I had the idea to go for a full set of them at some point, and I think it would be cool because going for an actual full set is almost impossible just because there's so many. So Platinum Hits is a smaller set. They're usually cheaper. I usually just pick them up when I find them, just so I have it if I decide to go for the set. And I got World Class Track Meet. Not stadium events, unfortunately, but I don't think I paid much for this at all. This was at the electronics recycling place I go to. Sometimes they get some NES games, and I actually have another one I got from there, but I'll save that for later because it is a bit better. Then I also went to a garage sale that was definitely in a weird place, but she had a bunch of PSP games, or not a bunch, but she had a few PSP games, and I got all of them. So I got GTA Liberty City Stories, which I think is the one I need. I think I have Vice City Stories already. I got SOCOM, Fireteam Bravo, 2 copies of it actually. I don't know why there's a loose one and a complete in box one, but whatever. And then I got 300, which I don't know. I've seen the PSP video version of this. I've never seen the actual game, so I grabbed it. None of these are really worth a whole lot. GTA might be, but, you know, PSP stuff I don't see very often, so I usually just grab it if it's cheap. I think I paid like $1 a piece for all these, if that. I believe from that same sale, I got a copy of Wii Sports. Another thing to trade. It's not anything spectacular. Get maybe $10 of trade credit for it if I'm lucky. And then I also went to another sale. I can't really remember where it was, but they had a whole bin of games and a Wii console in there. I didn't want the Wii because I already have like 7 of them, but I picked out a few games that I wanted. A couple I already have, so I'll trade them. A few of them I actually don't have yet, but there was some Wii and PS4 games mixed in. So I got GTA 5, already have it, but you know, why not? Minecraft PS4 edition, which I actually don't have. I know this is the old version, so it won't get updates anymore, I don't think, because I think they stopped the upgrading for it, but it's for the collection. Uncharted 4, God of War. I think that's all for PS4 stuff. God of War, Uncharted, Minecraft. I mean, these are like some of the best games for the system right here. I already have some of them, but thought they were cheap enough, why not? I think I might have paid $20 for like the whole lot, and that is also including these games. So this one here I believe is Animal Crossing. Yeah, Animal Crossing City Folk. I don't know how this happens. How do you lose the cover? Like, I've never understood this. I've seen it a few times, but whatever. Then I got Cars Racerama. I grew up playing Cars International on the Wii, so I don't know what this game is like, but I'm like, oh, well, it's a Cars game that I haven't played. Mario Kart Wii, always classic. Lego Batman 2, Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, and Mario Strikers Charged. So this is the main one that I didn't have, and Cars Racerama. I think I already had the rest of the games. I don't know what this one's worth, but it's probably worth the $20 that I paid. So the rest are kind of a bonus. So I think we're done with the kind of cheap stuff, I believe. Oh no, I got a couple more. So these here, I always pick them up because I think they're interesting. They're the sleeve releases of PS3 games. I believe they're all from console bundles. I don't know if these were from the same bundle or they bought 2 PS3s for some reason, but I always think they're kind of neat. I think both of them have been opened. I have a few that are completely sealed. Yeah, this one's definitely been opened. Can't seem to get the game out of there, but it is in there. And then this one, game is also in there, but I can't get it out. Like I said, I pick them up when I find them because I think they're kind of neat, just because they're a little different. They're not worth anything at all. They're probably worth significantly less than the actual games, but... Then I also got the PS2 Online Startup Disc V3. Again, it's just kind of cool, and I didn't have one yet, so I thought, why not? It's got the manual and everything in here. It's one of the purple discs, which looks kind of cool. But yeah, it has the manual on how to set up the internet, which isn't really usable anymore. So these are my last 2 disc games that I got. I got Ape Escape 2, which was at a pawn shop for actually a pretty good price. You know, I've heard good things about Ape Escape, especially the first couple, so why not? Never actually played one before, so let me know if this is a good one to try as a first one. And then this one here, it's Metro Exodus Limited Aurora Edition. I really liked the Metro games that I played. I think I played almost all the way through 2033 or whatever, the first Metro game. And then I think I started Last Light, but I never actually got very far. But they're very cool games. This is just a cool steelbook. I always pick these up if they're cheap because, you know, I just like them. I think they look neat. So it's like 2 steelbooks. You know, it's got the add-on and everything. It's got this like booklet, which is really cool because you don't see booklets anymore. Kind of like an art book. I don't know. I just thought this was really neat. And they pretty much priced it. They priced it at $18, which is like what the normal game goes for. So I don't think they took into account the fact that it's a collector's edition. And then I think I even negotiated it down a bit from that. So I got a pretty good deal on it. Alright, so I did also get a whole bunch of loose cartridges, just for various systems and whatever. Nothing too insane. There are a couple good ones, but let's save those for later. So we got Killer Instinct. Let me kind of zoom this in because they're smaller. Killer Instinct for Game Boy. My dad played Killer Instinct when he was younger, and I saw this. I'm like, hey, you want to see what this is like? I assume it's probably going to be like Street Fighter for Game Boy, and it's like not amazing, but maybe I'll be surprised. I got a couple of Game Gear games. I got Power Rangers and Stargate. Don't know anything about these two games, but Game Gear stuff, usually they're not worth much, but if they're cheap, I probably paid $1 each for these, so why not? X-Men Mutant Wars is probably just going to be one of those trade games because I have no real interest in it, but it was another cheap one. Now I'll start getting into some of the more valuable stuff. So I got the classic NES series, Dr. Mario. I'm going for a full set of these. I think I'm about halfway there. I have Dr. Mario, Zelda, I think I have Mario Bros. 1, and I have one or two more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I would like a full series of these. I want to say there's like 14 of them. Getting there. I also got Final Fantasy Adventure. This one, I believe this one is like somehow connected to like the Secret of Mana games or something. I can't remember. Maybe I'm getting that mixed up with something else, but it's a pretty good like action RPG type thing for the Game Boy. Kind of similar to like the Legend of Zelda games for it. Pretty neat. And then for my last GBA game, I also got Dokapon, which I don't really know much about at all. I know it's kind of like a Pokemon type thing. Another one that I kind of just picked up because I thought it was interesting. I got it kind of as a bundle with a few other things from a pawn shop. So now we are almost done with games. So let me zoom back out. I got a couple more. Got Turok 2 for N64. I just got Turok 1 pretty recently, but I didn't have the second one, so I grabbed this one. And then one that I've really been wanting for a while is Mischief Makers. This is one of the few 2D platformers on the N64. I know there's not like a whole lot, but it is a pretty good game from everything I've seen. And yeah, it was one of the ones I originally wanted when I got my N64 like 10 years ago, and I just never got it, so I finally have it now. Overall, pretty good condition. I think I got this at a flea market. Looks pretty good. You need to put an end label on it still, but, you know, I'll do that. Then this one I already have. I couldn't remember if this was the version I had or not, so I got it. This was the other game from that electronic recycling place. It is Punch-Out! It's actually Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! That's what I wasn't sure about. I couldn't remember if my copy was Mike Tyson's or just the normal Punch-Out!, but I had this one, so I'll probably bring it to that convention and try to trade it, because there's not really much else I can do with it. I don't really need two copies. Now I can get into systems, I believe. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, I hope. I guess I could show this off quick. I got a bunch of memory cards. 3 original, one of these, I think there's like a PS1 memory card that's clearly not official, but, you know, I pick these up when I get them because you can never have too many. So speaking of the electronic recycling place, I went in there just the other day and I got these. It's a Stadia controller and an Xbox Series controller. Both of them work. I thought the Xbox controller would have like drift or broken buttons or something, but they just work flawlessly. So I don't know why those ended up there. Obviously this one I understand why it ended up there, because it's basically a paperweight now. I think you could use Bluetooth on it, but I don't know how good of a controller it actually is compared to like an Xbox controller. But I don't know why this ended up there. I got them for super cheap. I got this and like a whole bundle of other stuff for $40. So $40 alone would be good for one of these in this kind of condition, so I'm happy with that. I tested both of them out. They both seem to work pretty well, so good for me, I guess. Another thing I got from there, this isn't nearly as good of a deal, obviously. I probably paid almost nothing for it, but it's a broken Joy-Con that's missing a stick. I'd like to replace some sticks with Hall effect ones. I've seen them online. I think it's like $25 for a set. So this is a good candidate for it because, you know, it obviously needs a new stick. So that was kind of the reason I got it. Even for parts, you know, selling the battery or the shell on that it would be worth it. So because I mentioned it, this is one of the other things I got from the recycling place. It's a white PSP 2000, I believe. It's missing the battery and the cover, but you know, I can get another one of those. That's not a big deal. The battery probably wouldn't have worked anyway. I pop this open. It does have a game in here, and it is Valhalla Knights 2. I don't know how good of a game that is. Probably not very amazing, but I tested this out. I don't have a battery on me right now, but I tested it out and everything seemed to work pretty well, so that's nice. I already had a silver and a blue one. I didn't have a white one, so now I have this. And keeping on the topic of PSPs, I actually got 2 from China of all places, and they are real. I didn't get scammed. You know, there's not many places where you can find both of these in the same place, but it's a PSP Go and a PSP Street. Both of them work. I don't know how charged the Street is. I guess we'll see. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, both of these in pretty good condition. Screen on this is a little scratched. This one, if I pop it open, has some scratches right here. I don't know if they'll show up on camera. But generally, the condition is pretty good on these, and I paid probably $50 a piece for them. So, not bad. There's probably definitely a better price on the Go than on the Street, but whatever. These are kind of like the two opposite consoles, which I thought was kind of interesting. This one is all physical, no digital. If I pop this open, it's kind of hard to get open, actually. But yeah, it still has a UMD drive and everything. And this one has no internet or any type of connectivity. Well, this one has no UMD drive and it is all digital. I got them both together just because they're kind of two opposites. Kind of cool. Two that I didn't have yet, and you know, I like collecting all the variations and stuff, so I definitely wanted these. Now, next up is one that I was actually super surprised about. This was from a pawn shop. I asked him if he had any like broken consoles or anything because, you know, I like just kind of giving myself a challenge. I like to learn how to repair things. So I asked him, hey, you got any like broken consoles that you'd sell that, you know, you can't or don't want to repair? So he pulls out a bin, and in it was this Game Gear, which I already have one, but I have a Majesco one, which is kind of like a black instead of a gray. So there were actually a few Game Gears in there, and I was kind of looking at all of them. I think I asked him for some batteries to test them out, and this one almost works, which is very surprising because Game Gears like never work. So let me just put 18 batteries in it. So there it is, about 5 times heavier now that it has all the batteries. And let's put in that Power Rangers game I got. Hopefully it reads the first time. If I turn it on, where's the contrast wheel? I always forget where it is on these. And it's not reading, hold on. Okay, so yeah, I figured it out. I just need to kind of wedge something into the cartridge slot so it makes good contact. See, it just works. So, pins need to be cleaned and probably kind of bent back into shape, but maybe that won't even work then. I did definitely get it to work. I played Streets of Rage on it, but it works way more than most other Game Gears I've seen, which was very surprising, so I got it. I know it's going to need a recap probably very soon. And when I did test it out a bit, it was flickering. There we go. Okay, I got Power Rangers to boot up. Or, not Power Rangers. Wait, it is Power Rangers. Yeah. So, it's actually not flickering for me now. It was the first time I played it, so maybe it fixed itself. But, yeah, so, a working Game Gear. That, like, never happens. It will probably need a recap within 2 days, but, you know, it's something. But along with it, he just had this sitting in there. I also got the instruction manual. Got it for free along with it. It's pretty cool. It has some phone numbers, something on it. Batman. Oh no, it's a cheat code. So from the same place, I also got this Game Boy Pocket, which I've already messed around with. It does not work at all. I'm not even going to try it. But I found out what the issue was, and it's that it has a bad DC jack. and for whatever reason they wired that up, I think in series would be the correct term. They basically have the batteries going to the DC jack and then the DC jack to the board. So if that doesn't work, the circuit's open and nothing works, which is a little annoying, but I ordered a new one. It seems like a relatively decent thing to try. To solder as one of my first things. It doesn't seem like that hard. I did bridge a connection with like a little piece of wire and it worked perfectly, but it was definitely a temporary fix, so I'd like to actually get the thing all ready and restored back to how it's supposed to be. This DMG that I got here, I think it was around the same price too, but I got it because it has a battery cover, which I think is a replacement one. I don't think it's original, but I don't really care. It has a battery cover on it, and the shell is in like super good condition, because the one I have is not this good. But when I turn it on, if I turn the contrast, it does have some vertical lines, which is a little annoying, but it is fixable, and I might make a video on trying to fix it. But I just thought the shell and the battery cover and everything looked super nice, and for that price, I mean, it seemed worth it to me. So next up, this one I got from that recycling place also. It's a white DSi, which isn't really worth much, but I just never had one. As a kid, I had a black one, but it didn't work. I think I kind of repaired it. Yeah, so originally it didn't work, and I kind of figured out, well, it has pictures on it, but I figured out that it was the Wi-Fi card that wasn't working. So I ordered a new one of those. I just took the one out of one of my other DSs just to test it. So when I get the new one, I'll replace that one. But missing the stylus, and condition isn't great. It does have some writing and stuff up here, like some marker, or pen, or pencil. But overall, not too bad, and I really like the look of this. So it was cheap enough that I just grabbed it. On the topic of DSs, this one I got from a different pawn shop. I've gone to like 3 of them this month and got a whole bunch of different things. But this one is a 2DS XL, a new 2DS XL, which I didn't have. I only have a new 3DS XL. Everything works. It's a little scratched up, like on the top as I showed. It's not amazing. Will take just a second to boot, because that's how they are. But yeah, everything seems to work. It came with like some kind of crappy DS game in it. It wasn't anything crazy. I ended up getting this basically for... I think the guy kind of messed up on his pricing, but I am not going to complain. I pulled it out and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do for this? Because he didn't have anything specifically priced. He looked it up on eBay and he came back with a price of $120, which to me seems like the price of a Japanese 2DS XL, because I'm pretty sure these are closer to $200 in America usually. So he probably saw the Japanese ones and priced it as that, but it is an American console. If I open up the settings, it'll show in the bottom right corner. Yeah, see, it has the U, so it's a US console, and it plays American games and everything. But yeah, so I kind of got a steal on this thing. So I couldn't say no. It was one that I still wanted, so no matter what, I would have got it. Yeah, for a really good price, too. Condition, like I said, isn't amazing. And I did even get a bundle deal with some other stuff that I showed off. So I got this for less than $120 if you factor all that in. So very cool that I finally have one of these. And I think I'm down to my last thing that I got. Oh, I forgot to show this off when I showed off the Game Boys. But I got this really cool carrying case. I think it was made for a Game Boy Color or something, but I got kind of a bundle deal with those 2 broken Game Boys in this. But I really like collecting these things. I have a whole bunch of them, and you know, this one's like Pokemon themed, which is nice. So this is the last thing that I got. Let me see if I can kind of zoom it. It is a Platinum GameCube. Condition isn't amazing. This one I also got from that recycling place. I completely forgot about it. But it's missing the covers on the bottom. I don't really know what happened to those. And the disk drive works-ish. It's about 50% of the time it reads the discs. Probably just needs a potentiometer adjustment, but I didn't do any of that myself. So the main reason I got it, or I guess 2 main reasons I got it. First of all, when I opened up the disk drive, I took it out now, but when I opened up the disk drive, it had Metroid Prime in it, which I already owned, but my disc is a little scratched up, and this one is pretty good condition, so I could swap it out and then sell the other one. So that was just sitting in here, which was kind of crazy. And also, I have a friend that wants to mod a GameCube. He already has one for himself, but he said he wants to get one to like do a Pico boot, maybe like a region switcher, and some other things like that. And because the disk drive doesn't work in this is a pretty good candidate for that kind of stuff, because I mean, you just load up an SD card with games and play it. I told him about it, he seemed pretty interested. I also got an Xbox One S, but it doesn't work, and it's not really too worth showing. But yeah, overall, pretty good find. Actually, I did get one other thing that I'll probably do a full video on, but I'll show it off here. I hope I got this month, and I didn't show it off in the last video, because I can't remember. But this is not just a normal Wii U. This is actually a kiosk unit. So if I kind of show the back here, it's got all these extra ports and stuff on it, which are usually not on a Wii U. I can't remember what the actual model is called, and it has no demos on it. I doubt it was ever like really used, but I ordered it online because it was super cheap, and I ended up talking with a guy who's from the Wii U subreddit, and he was saying that these are really easy to put into dev mode, and then you could just install whatever game you want on it or whatever. So that's really cool. I might do something like that. I still gotta think about it because I kind of want to keep it original. I don't know, it's pretty neat. I wish it had some demos, but not the end of the world. It's still just a cool thing to have in the collection. But anyway, I believe that's everything. I hope I remembered everything that I got, because it was kind of all over the place. I ended up getting a lot more than I thought I did. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these pickup videos, if you want to see more of them in the future. It's definitely something that I enjoy doing, just because, you know, it's nice to recap what I wasted my money on this month. Anyway, I have Retro Game Con coming up in, from when this video is posted, about a week. So I will definitely be posting a pickups video from that, because I'm gonna get probably a lot of stuff. So stay tuned. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Do all that, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.